Final guy, the guy that I know McConnell and I think very differently on. I think he sucks. I'll tell you guys that right now. But this guy is Mitch Trubisky. And it's really interesting because we talk about Baker Mayfield. This one is just like completely different, even though he makes the playoffs, right? But he just looks bad in Chicago. It ends pretty rough. He goes, and my thought is it's kind of hard to believe in hype when you're getting hype for not playing for a whole year. Like that might be the worst way to get any like, oh, this guy's on the come up. He looked great in practice. Sick. Like that doesn't really mean too much. Now, I will say one thing about Mitch Trubisky is that he does have a fantastic supporting cast in terms of his weapons. Offensive line, pretty horrible in Pittsburgh. But you look at the wideouts, you got Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, and George Pickens. Those are three studs. Pat Freiermuth, I think he's pretty good too. And of course, Najee Harris, who's another elite back. So he has like all of the guys around him. I just don't think Mitch is any good. He doesn't get the ball out quick enough, and I think it's going to look really bad. And I will go on record saying I think this is going to look worse than Big Ben when he had absolutely no arm strength and was completely shot. I think it's going to look worse than that, and it's because at least Big Ben was getting the ball out quick. I do not see Mitch Trubisky being able to get the ball out quick unless he has completely changed his game. But this is a guy that I honestly have like no faith in. And McConnell, you being a Ravens fan, I think you should be very happy that the Steelers decided to go with him, because if they go with like any of the other quarterbacks on the market, I think that they're a very obvious playoff team. But because Mitch is there, I don't have faith in them. So sorry to be a complete hater on Mitch, but I do not see it.
You are a hater, Matt. Because when I look at the Pittsburgh Steelers and I look at the roster that they have, at least on offense, this is a good spot for Mitch Trubisky. Much better weapons than he had in Chicago. Much better coaching than he had in Chicago. And he now gets to play and be himself. He gets to run the ball. He gets to move outside the pocket. He gets to run the play action game. And he's running play action. Again, running play action to garbage running backs isn't very good. No offense to Tariq Cohen or whoever was starting, way back in the day for Mitch Trubisky. But that's not going to work as well as a Najee Harris, as a Dalvin Cook. These types of players that, Najee Harris last year was the clear best rookie running back. I think he's probably a top 10 running back in the NFL. Right now, he can catch the pass. You'd say top 5? I'm completely fine with that. I didn't want to make you too upset with the top 10.
Dude, I've never seen a guy that can move vertically and horizontally like him. Yeah. Like just the downhill speed and the ability to just like stop on a dime, the cuts at his size, it's incredible. It's like Derrick Henry-esque, legitimately.
Yeah. And so you have Mitch Trubisky, who is mobile, and he's going to be able to run read option. He's going to be able to run RPOs, and he's going to be able to move outside the pocket. And it's going to give a new dynamic to this Pittsburgh offense, because I don't think Big Ben was the right quarterback for this team. Even though it's the Steelers and legacy and whatever, that was not the quarterback they needed. Because Big Ben can't extend the field. He can't move. They don't have that great of an offensive line. He struggled like horribly. Mitch Trubisky at least will be able to move outside when there's pressure, and he will be able to hit the guys short, and he'll also be able to hit the deep ball. Now, will he hit the deep ball every time? No. But they'll be able to throw it. Not being able to throw the deep ball, we saw with Drew Brees against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the year Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. They lost that game because of Drew Brees. Because there was no threat of the Saints getting a pass over 20 yards. There was no threat. Mitch Trubisky has Chase Claypool. He's got Deontay Johnson. He's got now George Pickens, who bad man right there. That dude looks like I said. They also have Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin coming out of Memphis. I believe he ran a 4.2, 40-yard dash as a deep threat. I think it was like a 4.29. 4.2. Crazy fast. He's got weapons. He's got a situation in coaching that is going to allow him to take strides in his game. And he doesn't need to put up 35 points a game because he has TJ Watt and Minka Fitzpatrick. Are they the best defense in the NFL? No. But they're good. They've got when you have two players that are, I say, TJ Watt's the best edge rusher in the NFL, and then Minkah Fitzpatrick, I think, a top 10 safety, probably in the NFL. You're set. Like, you've got enough plays. They're going to put up 20 points a game, maybe 24. And they're going to allow, 15, 17. That's going to get wins. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. He will not have a losing season this year.
It's funny because I get your points. Like, I understand him. I'm not like trying to like crap on him, but I don't see it with Mitch, man. Like, I can see this stuff, and I'm trying to imagine the offense, and I just see Mitch like going down, like having a guy wide open and being like, hesitate, and then throw a ball over the middle, and like his helicopters his receiver, gives him a hospital ball, like, or like going on a screen and like someone kind of jumps around and like hesitates and like just disaster plays all over, like. And that was the thing, because like Big Ben was so bad. He was so bad the last 2 years. But my thought was, like, out of all of the offseason moves, this is probably the one I liked least, because I thought that they could have made a big difference to their team.
Liked least? You think this is worse than Christian Kirk?
Okay. That's just the Jags being the Jags, man. Like, but in terms of like the quarterbacks moves, like I thought the Steelers could have made a huge upgrade. I thought they could have done something really good, and I was like, they just kind of threw it away with Mitch. So I'm gonna have to put $5 on it with you, man, because we got to put $5 on Mitch, because like this is like we usually agree with a lot of stuff, but I just do not.
This is one of the first times that we have just like adamantly disagreed about something in the NFL.
I just can't, like, I'm trying to envision the offense, right? And I just see Mitch fucking it up, honestly. Like, that's all I see, dude. Like, I can't, like, because I think all of the skill players are there. Like, I love their skill players. They probably have the deepest, like, skill group, like, overall in the league. Just of, like, we have, like, 5 guys that we have, like, a superstar running back, and then we have, like 3 of the receivers that are really legit, and like other guys that are coming on that have been like, so I just really like their team, but like, and their defense is sick too, but their offensive line is bad. Like, okay, if they had a better offensive line, I might be able to buy into it a little bit more, but like, that's the thing. Like, I don't think that Mitch can hang with the speed of the NFL. That's my problem. Like, that's why I'm like not out, like where I'm out on him. But we're gonna have to put $5 on Mitch, man, because I want to see where this one goes. I don't know what our last football bet was, but this will be a fun one. But anything else you want to add on him?
Kind of the final thing is just the way that this Pittsburgh, like when I look at the AFC North, I think of the Steelers as the second best team, like hands down. Like if Deshaun Watson was healthy, I think the Bengals are the worst team in this division, like legitimately, or not healthy. If Deshaun Watson was playing, better term for it. But like the Pittsburgh, like they will win games because of Mike Tomlin. It may not be 100%, oh, well, Mitch threw for 450 yards, but I feel like he's going to do enough. This team, like Mitch Trubisky, is a much better quarterback than Duck Hodges, than Devlin the Duck Hodges. He's also much better than Mason. Brings me nothing for Christmas, Rudolph. All right? And Mike Tomlin had a winning season with those fools. A winning season with those fools.
So, okay, I'm not going to say that they're not going to have a winning season. I just don't think he's going to be good. I think he's going to suck. And I also think he's going to lose his job to Pickett. Like, that's the other thing. Like, I think they're like, dude, Mitch is bad. We're done with Mitch. Like, pretty early on. I think it's going to be right out of the gate, like, oh, no, week 1, we already saw 3 Mitchell Trubisky plays that we remember when he was on the Bears. Like, that's what I'm thinking it's going to look like.